You read the job description, you show up, ready to work. But a few days in, something feels off. No one's saying it out loud, but you can tell there's more to this job than what was written. Tasks aren't the problem. It's knowing what actually matters. And suddenly you're wondering, how do people really get ahead here? What are the rules no one talks about? You're not imagining it. There is a gap between what's assigned and what's expected. Let's close that gap so you can build trust early, do work that counts, and grow with confidence. When you're new, it's natural to treat the job description like your North Star. It gives structure, it lays out responsibilities, it makes things feel stable. But the truth is, what shapes your success most often isn't written down. Let's start here. The difference between assigned tasks and actual impact. Assigned tasks are the what, but impact is the why. You might be asked to build a slide deck, but what the team really needs is a clear message for a client. You might be assigned a spreadsheet, but the actual goal is to help a decision maker act faster. So every time you get a task, ask yourself, what is this helping someone else do? Who benefits if I do this well? Where does this fit into the bigger goal? When you connect your work to its real purpose, you stop acting like a task taker and start showing up as a contributor. Now let's talk about the unspoken expectations that shape how you're seen. Because most people won't spell them out, but they'll still judge you by them. Here's what to look for. First, communication norms. Do people give frequent updates even if it's not asked? Do they over-communicate or under-communicate? In some teams, silence means I'm stuck. In others, silence means all good. You need to figure out what it means here. Second, ownership signals. Are people rewarded for doing only what's assigned? Or do they get noticed when they spot a gap and fill it? You'll often hear subtle praise, thanks for catching that before it became a problem. That's your clue. Being proactive is valued. Third, team-first behaviors. Things like checking if someone needs help before a deadline, sending a recap without being asked, flagging a risk early, not after it causes friction. These are rarely written in job descriptions, but if you do them consistently and quietly, you'll build real trust fast. Let's pause here and shift to how you align with team priorities. Every team has a few core problems they're trying to solve. Sometimes it's speed, sometimes it's quality, sometimes they're short on time, other times they're short on clarity. Start by listening. What keeps getting mentioned in meetings? What does your manager keep coming back to? If the phrase, let's not miss this deadline, comes up 3 times in a week, guess what's top priority? Then align. If the focus is speed, don't over-polish. If the focus is clarity, over-explain. If the focus is team rhythm, don't miss a beat. Your work doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be useful to the team's mission. That's how you contribute without shouting for credit. A great habit to build early is this. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I help the team move forward? Was I focused on the right thing? Or just the next thing? Now let's shift to how you quietly position yourself as someone worth trusting. When you're new, it's tempting to try and prove yourself fast, but that pressure can backfire. Trust isn't built through over-explaining or working late into the night. It's built through something simpler: consistency. So focus on doing 3 things well. Do what you said you would. Share updates before people need to ask. Flag risks without drama. Those small habits speak louder than any pitch about your skills. They say, you can count on me. And that matters more than sounding smart in your first meeting. Because here's the secret. People don't trust you because of your resume. They trust you because you make their work easier, clearer, smoother. That's the value that gets remembered. That's the person who gets more opportunities, even if no one says it out loud. So here's what to take with you. You weren't hired just to complete tasks. You were hired to solve problems, quietly, clearly, and with real impact. Learn the difference between what's written and what's rewarded. Pay attention to what people react to, not just what they say. and let your consistency speak louder than your ambition. That's how you build momentum early. That's how you stand out without trying to. And that's how you start strong, even when no one tells you the rules. The job description is just the start. Let's focus on what actually moves you forward. Subscribe to the channel and we'll figure it out together.
Find your unique value, let it free stand tall, rise up, be who you wanna be. Your story matters, sing it loud and clear. You got that spark, ignite it without fear.